AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Minnesota Vikings. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
36.
Now Rosen. Johnson's got it complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check, lucky. 80.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Caught by Jones. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Check 15.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. 10 yards there. Good for a Redskin 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bilal Nichols able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never brought the play-action fake.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey! Everyone, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Quarter. Come get some.
After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to launch this thing way down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Love. A nice little juke. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Quarter. Crash.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Rosen. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Darius Slayton, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Haskins will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, it's Haskins. Open man is Samuel, complete. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Middle. There we go, Mike 20. Hey, Delta. Rack.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Josh Oliver, 81 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half.
28, Redskins nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, and normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right? I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Haskins on first down. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Going to give it to Love. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Rosen now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Running to start the drive is Love. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Redskin first down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go. On the ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 30 on second down, Haskins looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Love.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, it's Love. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Shakes 3, 218, chop it. 5.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Throwing on second down. Haskins. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Haskins on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here is not really benefiting them at this point.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Flushed out right. Going for a right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Love. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Washington.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that D-line.
On first down, Love. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. on 2nd and 13. Haskins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Here's Love. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? Looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. They find some open field here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 5-yard line.
Now Haskins down around his goal line. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll increase their lead to 28. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Man, read. Come on. Up. 57. Mike, 57. I want that. Give it.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw, Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Haskins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
57. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Now, watch the slip. Motion. 57's the mic. 57's the mic.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Fielded about a yard deep. And some room to roam now. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
To throw is Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Rosen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. But Charles, it's one.